Hey guys, it's Thursday, January 26th, and this is Newswave. So we finally got confirmation that Xbox One Snap mode is being removed. I don't know if you don't have an Xbox, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But when the Xbox first came out, you would use the Kinect and you would say, Snap TV, and it would kind of bring in like another tab here and just bring it in, and you'd have TV, and then you'd have like your game playing, or you would reverse it, or you'd have like fantasy scores while you're watching TV. And it was just a way in the beginning where they could show that you can multitask by just using your voice with the Kinect. Of course, eventually they made it so you could do it with your controller as well. And it was an interesting feature in the beginning. But now Mike Ybarra has come out and said on Twitter that yes, this is the end for Snap. We're actually removing it. You'll see a tweet here where he says, "We replaced Snap to improve multitasking, reduce memory use, improve overall speed, and free up resources going forward for bigger things." Now, this makes a lot of sense because if they want to improve the OS, they have to remove memory hogs, which the Snap was kind of like that, because you would do Snap and it would take a minute, and then I'm sure at that point it had to load another resource into memory, and then you have two things kind of run at the same time. Maybe they have a better way to do it. Maybe they just don't even want to do Snap anymore, probably because it says doing things for bigger, better things going forward. That could be a nod to VR possibly going to the older Xbox. I just don't know how the old Xbox One could run VR. Maybe they just want to free it up just to make the OS run faster. That's probably a good thing, because sometimes the Xbox One OS can be kind of sluggish at times. But yes, the Snap feature where you'd say snap something, that's going away in the next update. Now, Microsoft is expecting to roll out this new update in April when they roll out the big creators update for Windows 10 users. So I'd expect Snap to be gone before or at that time. And finally, after passing FCC regulations and the whole testing they were doing where they have to get all the certificates to show that it's legal to sell it, Nintendo released the Pro Controller on Amazon, and it's gone. It's sold out. It took, apparently according to Amazon and other news sources, it took 15 minutes to sell out. I still don't know how they come up with that number of 15 minutes, unless it was less than that, and that's just the next thing that they round up to. But yes, the Pro Controller sells immediately. Even at $70, these controllers will sell. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone. If you're getting a Switch, you probably want a Pro Controller as well. Now, I have recently pre-ordered mine through GameStop, and I hope I get it. They did kind of tell me when I was pre-ordering it that I might not get it, just because they don't know how many they're getting or anything. So hopefully I get one, but I do see a Pro Controller shortage as well as a Switch shortage, just because the Switch, as much as people like to say it's not going to be good, is popular. It is. It's sold out everywhere, and they're producing 2 million units in March, which is a lot, and it's going to sell. Obviously, the Pro Controller shows it. Hopefully, they get more in stock. We don't know. I'll leave a link to the Pro Controller page down below where you can check to be notified when more come back in. They'll send you an email, and that's basically the best we can do, is just wait and hope for more to come in. And this bit of news actually is kind of a response to the rumor wave thing from yesterday, where I talked about how the VR badge was removed from the website for Microsoft. People were freaking out thinking that maybe that's it, maybe they're not doing it. Well, they did come out and they said, yes, we are doing VR still. They didn't really say why it was removed. It could have been maybe whoever was designing the website or designing the information at the time accidentally took it off and forgot about it. But yes, It is still, they're still doing VR. I assume it's going to be Oculus, could be Vive. Like I said, it's going to be a Windows system, so it could run both. But I do know they have these partnerships and deals in place with Oculus, so they may just lock it to that, or at least only provide drivers for Oculus. I also think they probably removed it because they have to put a new one up that says Scorpio only. I still don't know how the original Xbox is going to run VR successfully, considering what it needs to do with rendering multiple images at high resolution. The Xbox One seems to have a hard time with 1080p in general, because it's always 900p with third-party stuff. So honestly, who knows at this point? We'll have to wait and see. But yes, VR is still coming to Project Scorpio, again, according to Microsoft. And if you thought the Wii U was dead, you'd be wrong, because a new game is actually coming out for both the Wii U, the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. This game is called Ghostblade HD. It's like a top-down shooter, kind of like a bullet hell shooter, sort of, where there's a lot of projectiles on screen, and you're a ship at the bottom shooting against a lot of big bosses and enemies, and it's coming to the Wii U, surprisingly. I was kind of shocked that they didn't say it was coming to the Switch. Maybe they've already been in development so long for the Wii U, they're just going to put it out there for it. So yes, if you have a Wii U, technically another game is coming, I guess. It's going to be obviously a downloadable eShop game, but it's still something's going to pop up for it. The game looks interesting. I'm not a big top-down shooter kind of person, but if you are and you enjoy like bullet hell shooters, you'd probably like it. It kind of has like that classic shooter of the 90s feel to it, but definitely check it out if you're a Wii U owner and you just want something new to play like that. It'll be there. Oh, also, I need to put in there that we don't know an actual release date. We just know it's coming out in 2017, and that's all they've told us, sometime 2017. And if you like Rocket League, you might be happy to know that they may be interested in the Switch. Now, this story is kind of interesting. I'm gonna just tell you guys what happened exactly, and you can judge for yourself. But basically, there was a report that came out, and it basically read like this. There was a note passed on from a reader to Nintendo Everything, and it read like this: "We are excited as you are regarding the release of the Nintendo Switch." This is somebody asking a customer service agent there. We don't have enough information at this time if it will happen. For the meantime, let's both keep our fingers crossed that it will. For all the latest information, upcoming releases, all that good stuff, is a Rocket League Facebook page. Well, a lot of people at this point, of course, are very hopeful for Rocket League on the Switch. I think it'd be very cool for it to play it as a handheld system. I do think in that smaller screen, it might be hard to get that field of vision downfield. However, on the TV, it would be great. And you know what? Rocket League is awesome. I've probably put over 100 hours into that game on my PC. I love it. But it gets a little more interesting here because GameSpot actually got an update about this. I've reached out to the Psyonix, who actually makes Rocket League, and they actually said, a spokesperson for Psyonix told GameSpot that it has not made any official statements regarding a version of Rocket League for Nintendo Switch. The quote cited below is from a customer support representative from an outside vendor. Of course, they'll hire PR agencies and other people to take care of customers. They'll outsource, obviously. In this case, that was just an independent person saying, hey, that'd be great if it came to it, right? That'd be awesome. So nothing from Psyonix themselves about this. Again, they're more in a wait-and-see mode, I think, as well, just to see if Nintendo is willing to work with them to bring Rocket League to the Switch. But if you want Rocket League there, I would send Nintendo a tweet, send Psyonix a tweet, and just see if you can keep, push them over the edge for that, because Rocket League on the Switch would be really cool. And a Swedish retailer has reported that the Switch is actually selling at a faster rate in terms of pre-orders than the PS4 did when the PS4 was coming out. Now, this comes to us from Webhalen Survey, and they've shared, again, on Nintendo pre-orders, they're moving fast, they said, but they said it seems to be going faster than the PS4 did in 2013 leading up to the release. And it says here, we're only in January, but 2017 promised to be Nintendo's year, the retailer shared over on their Facebook page. We can see the Nintendo Switch has more advanced bookings than the PlayStation 4 release. They go on to say that the Switch is a full booking for them in March. They're sold out, most like other places are as well. And this is interesting because the Switch could potentially have a very, very powerful launch in terms of sales. And at that point, it's up to Nintendo to keep the momentum going through, especially month 3. I think month 3 is going to be the very telling month. If they can keep it going through there, of course, they'll have like Mario Kart by then. But if they can really power through month 3, where the Wii U really failed, I think they're just off to the races at that point. And we get another Switch game coming out. We just got word of this from one of the head designers at Travel Tales, where they are working on Lego Worlds and Lego City. Well, we already know Lego City was coming, but Lego Worlds is also planned for the Switch at this point, and it's just another game to add to it. No release date on it, but you can see it here as a Twitter post here. It says, currently we have announced that we are planning to release Lego City and Lego Worlds on the Switch. This was in response to someone asking them, are there any Lego plans for the Switch? So if you're a fan of Lego games, it looks like, in general, Lego partnership with Nintendo seems good, and we're going to get more of them. Lego Worlds is showing up. We already know about Lego City, but it'll be great to see those kind of games on the Switch as well. This next one's pretty funny. So on Square Enix site, they took the Xbox logo down for some reason on the Kingdom Hearts 3 site. I don't know why, but they took it off there. And so, of course, fans start freaking out that it's not showing up to the Xbox and that it's becoming a PlayStation exclusive. Well, that's not true at all. It does look like the Xbox version is still showing up, and that might have just been a mistake on Square's part. And this was just done by Square Enix. They actually, through a website called icxm.net, they actually reported to them that, yes, the delisting of the Xbox One logo, just a simple mistake. That was it. I'm sure it happens a lot. It's just in this case, because Kingdom Hearts 3 is under such scrutiny, because we haven't seen much for it. I mean, we did get Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 recently that at least gives us a play of Kingdom Hearts 3 with its engine, but people are so into Kingdom Hearts 3 right now, just waiting for this game. Of course, they're examining every little thing on the website, and it's just going to happen. I mean, any other game, honestly, probably would have slipped through the cracks. Not this one. Everyone's watching Square for Kingdom Hearts 3, so expect stuff like this to happen. And more Switch launch games are showing up, but these are smaller indie games. You may actually recognize some of these because most of them were on the Wii U, except for one which was also on the Wii. I'm talking about World of Goo, Little Inferno, and Human Resource Machine. They're all going to the Switch on launch day. That's just going to help pad the Switch's eShop, obviously, at that point. The World of Goo is on the Wii. The other two are on the Wii U, of course. But again, it's just more games to put on there. If you want to play it on the Switch, you can now play it portably, obviously. And it's just something else to play on launch day. And the last bit of news is pretty awesome, actually. If you've been looking forward to Horizon Zero Dawn, as I have, because it looks like an awesome game, they actually put out a Thunderjaw collection, and it's huge. Check this thing out. You actually see a picture of it now. So these are like accessories and stuff that they're releasing for the game. As far as I can tell, this doesn't actually come with the game. This is more like a big statue of one of the essentially like robotic dinosaurs. In this case, this is Thunderjaw. He's actually 15 inches tall, and he's 15.6 inches long from nose to tail, and it's over 200 parts that actually assembles him. It comes with lithographed prints depicting gorgeous artwork from the game, and it's just really cool looking. Now, I double checked on the Triforce website. I don't see any price for this thing. I imagine it's not cheap considering the other ones are pretty expensive. Like they have like an Assassin's Creed statue that's $160. So don't go into this expecting it's cheap. I would only get it if you end up being a really big fan of the series, because it does look like Sony has been pushing Horizon Zero Dawn, especially advertising like crazy. So if it turns into a series that you really enjoy, I would go back and buy this. Or if you just are a huge fan of the series so far, just following it, might be worth picking up because it probably will become a limited edition thing. And that's it for Newswave today, guys. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out some of my other videos, including the unboxings and the tech waves I'm doing now. And I will see you guys tomorrow for more Newswave.